going over some old notes. One of my old notes before I put this away is the 9 and the 6, the D and the P. 16 and 4 is 20. The 9, the P, whichever way you want to look, because they are in that their own reality. That's what they are. But as you notice, look at the 8.
It's the 8 that links them together. This ring and this ring in the two worlds. Somehow they plug this 8 up, or they plug this up for the other world in order to have the transfer. Two tubes, split tubes, right? Do we split the DNA? Do we slice it back together? We split it in half. We put alligator teeth on both sides, and we put it back together, but now it has a center to it, when before it didn't have a center. So if I knew what the alligator DNA was all about, okay, because this is the way it has to be done, and I think I'm going to have to get my stuff together real quick on how we dice up the 100 degrees. We're going to just throw some pictures out. We have an X here and an X here, the arms of each one. The arm, one arm of each one comes together, and it is now up here. That is the arm, in which the arms of this one that is up here create the left and the right leg to the ones up here, in which that's why we call it the pirate. I'm missing an arm, I'm missing a leg, I have a hook. Because all we need is to, if these were all half squares, all you need to do is hook in the half of one square, and you will hook on top. This is just different ways of dicing and putting things together. Arab, Barak, Barak, Rak, Iraq, Bara, Iraq, Arab. Just showing you what you do when you just continue letters and words into a circle. Look, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, right? First it's 4, then it's 3, then it's 3, then it's 3. It's 4, 3, 3, 3. 4, 3, 3, 3. That's your leap. 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. You have to go to here, to 2, to 4. 7, 10, 11, 12, and then 13 you link again. 13, and then the inside is 4. So 4, 4, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So 4 and 4, 8 gets 2 and 2 on the inside. That is your cycle 8 to 8, cycle of the moon 16. 16 is the letter P. What creates the letter P? B and H creates the light. So 2 and 8 creates light. 2 by 8 is 16. 2 plus 8 is 10. 1 part of 10. 4 on the inside. 4, 5, 6. 6 is half. 8 and 4 is 3/4. 8 and 4 is half, equaling to 1 and 2. 1 and 2 is now the purple ball, the 12, 1 and 2, and the 4 ball in full, equaling to purple. How do we make purple? Was that the red and the blue coming together? So this is just what I call formation. I put things in their own formation. What does it mean? I need something other than numbers to give it a meaning. So we're going to take this book and we're going to flip it out of the way. And what was I thinking before all this, before it all started? I'm not quite sure what I was thinking. Okay, that book's out of the way. We had this that went out of the way, right? Everything has to have balance on balance, right? Smiley face. See this over here? This is upside down. These legs and these legs are on each other. It's like the legs are all tied together upside down. But I don't want to save this. I did want to save it. Just for that, to understand the googly eyes that are connected. The other thing I wanted to mention was this. This was the torus that I was running before, showing you that it takes 3 balls to create the torus over here. And every time you create a torus, this of 3, right? There's your torus here. 3, here's your torus here. Then in between, if you take a look in between, it is the I letter. See the way it wraps around, okay? And it wraps around. It creates the C and a C that creates the X as it comes together. But the reality is, we have the top part of the X and the bottom part of the X, and the line that's in between that connects them together, equaling to the I letter. Separated by 2, holding up one above and one below. Separating to the sides. If we use this as an I, boom, if we use it as an H, I would have to turn it this way. Here's my H here, and I'm separating above and below. Here is to the left, here is to the right. The I, here is to the left, here is to the right. Alright, so you have to understand. So here we have that I, here we have a torus. These 3 we have a torus, that's 2. This is a 1 torus, this is a 2 torus, this is a 3 torus. I may have made a mistake before. This is a 4 torus, this is a 5 torus, this is a 6 torus. This is a 7 torus, this is an 8 torus, this is a 9 torus, this is a 10 torus, this is 11 torus, this is 12 toruses, and we have 5, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 15 balls. 12 toruses. It takes 15 to get 12, 27, the left from the right. 3 on the middle, the 12 on the outside. 1 and 2 is the C. Inside, 1 and 2 is 12. It is E and L. CEL says cell. Imagine, it says cell in its own. In its own, it says cell. Look, we cover 1 corner, 2 corners, 3 corners. 120, 120. So this one gets this one here, shares this one here. This one gets this one here. So out of 15 balls, this one gets 1. Okay, 1. It gets 1 here, 1.5, and 1.5. This one will get the total of these 3 balls. It'll share 3, 6, 9 together. The same thing as if I put the angle this way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It doesn't matter which way I put this angle. Okay, the row will get shared. 3, 3, 3 will get shared. And then it'll be 3, 4, 5 that's going to get shared. 3, 4, 5 is shared. 3, 4, 5 is shared. And 3, 3, 3 is shared. Is that the way I look at it? This, these. Yeah, this is the triangle right here. Because this triangle, these 1, these 2, and these 3 are together. This one, these 2, and these 3 are together, right? So the back of this one and this one is 5, 4, 4, 3, 3. And the back of this one over here, 1, 2, 3, is 3, 3, 3. Right? This one ends in 3. This one ends in 3. These two are stuck together at 5 and divided by 4. This one doesn't get hacked. Do you follow what I'm doing with this? I want to go into time next. So we got all the toruses. We have 12 toruses. Now what is torus's value? Torus's value has to be, well, 3 is what makes torus. 3 balls is 45 equaling to 9. So let's say 8 by 9 torus 72. Make torus the clock. Make torus something to do with the moon. 3 moons, 3, 3, 3, make torus 9. But that's not finished. 35, 45, 53, 63, 70, 74, 84, 93. Taurus is Saturn. Taurus is Uranus. Tearing us apart. Saturn, 19. Uranus, 94. Let's stick Taurus at 9. Taurus. So this is what we get out of this over here. Although we add this 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 33, 41, 41, 3, 6, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 41, and 14. Go look up Sesame Street. 41, 14. Grover is on the flagpole. And Grover Cleveland was repeated twice. What do we get when we get in here? We get a 3. Then we start the second level. We get another 3. Like I was saying before, 3 is the letter C. 1, 2 is the letter L. If we put CEL together, it says the cell. It says her cell because it says mother. I can go over books. This is a book. This book was pulled out. I was in my other room taking a look at some stuff. And this book, August 2013. I haven't changed my mind on anything. So I'm going to have to further this video because this is only one rack. This is one rack. Now, when we add 1 to 15 together, it equals to 120. 60 and 60. If you take 3 people, right, to make your triangle. 3 people to make your... Can I make a triangle like this? Can I just hold your arms and make a triangle like this? Me and you. Can we just make a single triangle? Or would you have to have your arms like that? Would we be able to make a triangle? Me and you. Or should we have 3? 4 arms to a triangle? Let me see. We have here, and we hold each other's arms. Yeah, we can do this. And then we can make the extra space. So all you really need is 2. And once you do this, you hold out the outside. Because you're joined. You're fully joined. Crossed arms, pull in the middle, you're fully joined. Unless there's now a pole. You see this? There's a pole right here. Boom. It's my head. Right? Then there's a pole in this space over here. This space over here. When I do this, right? See the X? The way it... Okay. Okay, let me put this aside. Somehow I bump into this. Israfel. Israfel, the 7th angel, Israfel, has the appearance of a massive, vaguely humanoid creature similar to CIEL. Israfel has a face mask reminiscent of Sachiel's, which resembles the yin-yang symbol. Israfel, I can't even read this. And I don't want to have you sit here, but this was taken out of the neon... When I first began, I did a lot of research. I didn't know what I was actually looking for, but I just kept on looking. Nature, God does not play dice. Einstein's work was underpinned by the idea that the laws of physics were an expressive of the divine. Listen to this. Einstein's work was underpinned by the idea that the laws of physics were an expression of the divine. This belief led him to think that everything could be described by simple, elegant mathematics, and moreover, that once you knew these laws, you could describe the universe with absolute accuracy. Einstein wrote, with the implications of the quantum mechanics, it was clash of ideologies. The conflict reached crescendo in the late 20s at the Solvay Conference of Belgium. Well, I'm going to tell you, Mr. Einstein, wherever you might be watching me, sir, I like what you said because I believe it. I believe it because I'm living it. And I don't need anyone to witness or to believe other than myself. And since I believe and I must understand the righteous of the divine, you do not step on anybody to take one step forward. You take the extra step around until you make full avoidance. The battle with quantum physics. Okay? H2. Hey, listen to this. Einstein left us a message. Einstein left us a message. Check this out. Check this out. H2G2, right? Now, is it saying 212, right? 7 and 8, the gateway? It is impossible for have the exact position, exact velocity at the same time. H2G2, Einstein relative. Of course H2G2, because H is high, 0, and G is low, 5. Why? Because that's how the money works. If it costs 9 cents, you pay 10. If it costs 8 cents, you pay 10. But while Einstein's theory of everything might be considered to have been a failure, what? What? The theory of everything. But Einstein had a trick up his sleeve. He had already begun a piece of work that has believed would ultimately replace quantum mechanics. It would become later known as the theory of everything. It was an attempt to extend general relativity and unite the unknown forces in the universe. By contemplating the theory of everything, Einstein hoped he would rid the physics of the unpredictability at the heart of quantum mechanics and show the world was predictable, prescribed by beautiful, elegant mathematics, just the way he believed God would make the universe. He would show the way quantum mechanics completely interpreted the world was just plain wrong. It was a project that would work for the next 30 years until the final day of his life. But while Einstein's theory of everything might be considered to have been a failure, it is an idea that still fascinates and draws some of the brightest minds in physics. Today, many believe that the string theory is our best candidate for theory of everything. But the ultimate irony is that lurking at the heart of the string theory is the very thing that, because of the beliefs Einstein had been unable to accept quantum mechanics in the depths. Wow. Where can I go to see these people? Where are these people? I gotta find these people. Oh, I'm sorry. We are all one of them. We are all one piece of knowledge that clicks together to make the completion of visioning Einstein's theory, because of the reality. Einstein's theory is truth. If somebody falls down, then once you pick him up, you will be able to look back in time and see exactly what happened. You can calculate it and then understand it. But life is so fast. To calculate anything in a short period of time and for it to have any value at any time takes a lifetime. Raphael 7286 in a constellation of Pegasus. I was messing around with a little bit of color. Theory of relativity. See that floor? Right? See that floor? Now that comes off the roulette table. That's as close as relative to Einstein's theory of everything is actually totality of all truth, giving everything a chance. Sometimes it even happens after the fact. You don't add up the game until the last out. Isn't that correct? Until the signature is on the ball, until you get John Hancock. Isn't that when the game is over? Well, you can't read the game unless the game is completely over. And call that 319. 31, creation of the spirits. Okay, the S that connects the top and the bottom. And it's also ACI. I don't know what it means. Maybe it's just part of the Achilles heel that knocked one down. Thank you for tripping.